A little something about Raymond. He's an investor in stocks and rentals. He wants no money from you, no bait and switch, nothing. Here's what he's going to do. He's going to log into his personal account, share real estate property documents, and give you suggestions on what to read.
All right, it is check-in time. Today is Monday, November 16, 2020, and it is time to check out my Rollover IRA. So let me log in. And hopefully you guys had a good trading Monday. I did. I can't complain. So far, so good. And I got a lot to talk about today because since the last 2 weeks, I bought some stocks. I think I might have sold some stocks. And I had a buyout. And I'm going to show you guys all that stuff. So let's go to my Rollover IRA. And let's make the screen bigger so you guys can see it. So let's we're gonna make it so the blind can see. Alright, so here's my account, and we're at $180,546.54. And I am up today, just today, over almost $1,300, $1,285.67. And we're going to compare this to the last 2 weeks. But first, I want to get into what happened in the last 2 weeks. So we're going to go to my account and we're going to go to transactions. And I have this set for what did I do in the last 14 days. So that'll take us back to the last update, which was 2 weeks ago. And we got a lot going on here. So let's just take a look at it. So the first thing I want to talk about is I've never had this happen. And I actually pulled up an article about this merger. So let me just highlight this for you guys. So the companies entered into a definite merger agreement in August and closed the deal October 30. Under the terms of the merger, Livongo shareholders received 0.5920 shares of Teladoc Health plus cash of $11.33 for each share of Livongo, including a special dividend declared by Livongo. So what I just read is what we're going to see in my TD Ameritrade account. So let's find that qualified dividend. So this is a special payment just from me owning the stock that gave me $134.71. And then there was a fee I had to pay of $38. So I got on the phone, I called TD Ameritrade, and I said, what's going on with this fee? And what I learned is if you own a stock and there is a merger or a buyout from another company, there is a fee involved. And the fee is dictated to the investment platform that you use. So I use TD Ameritrade, and they, in turn, pass that cost down to me. There is a fee, and I had to pay that fee. It was no way around this fee. Unless, well, actually, it was a way around the fee. I could have sold my Livongo shares before November 3rd, and I wouldn't have paid this $38 fee, but at the same time, I wouldn't have got the qualified dividend. So I guess if you want to stay up on dates and do the math and decide, if you want to sell something because you know the merger date, from staying on top of the news, you got to stay on top of financial news to know when these dates are coming and going. I could have sold the stock and avoided the fee, but I didn't, and I'm happy with what happened. So on the 4th of November, they actually did the exchange of Teladoc stocks. So I received 11 shares of Teladoc stock for the 19 shares of Livongo is what I had. So here's the exchange. I had 19 shares, so they sold at $4.24 a share. And on the 6th of November, I had fractional shares in lieu of the Livongo. So I received a $51.34 additional income. So that's what happens when you own a company and there's a merger or a buyout. Typically, the company that's buying the other company pays money, and you can get special shares and special dividends. Sometimes there's no money involved, and you just get additional stock in the new company. So it really depends on how this merger is going to play out. Also, while we're here, I want to just recap everything that happened within the last 2 weeks since the last update. So I got some dividend payments. So I have a $12.60 dividend from Darton Restaurants. I received $239.60 dividend from AT&T. Their ticker is T. I'm not going to discuss the special dividends from the merger because that's really separate. My next dividend was from Lowe's. Stock ticker LOW. I received $9. And Apple, I received $77.09. And Abbott Laboratories, I received a dividend of $6.48. And the total dividends that I received in the last 2 weeks came up to $344.83. So again, this is passive income. That money came from me just owning the stocks. So the stocks could have went up or down in value. And if that dividend was available, I got it regardless. So these are stocks that pay dividends that I own. And just in 2 weeks, I got over $344. Let me explain what's going on here. You probably see that I received dividends, but right underneath the dividend, you see a negative number, and it matches the dividend that I received. So I am in a program that you can enlist in called a DRIP, and a DRIP is a dividend reinvestment program. How that works is that if you receive a dividend, you can take the amount of the dividend and reinvest it in the same company that issued the dividend. So that's what you see here. So when you see DRI paying out $12.60, I take that $12.60 and I buy more of DRI. Same thing with AT&T. They paid out this much, and I took the same amount and I bought more of AT&T, and so on and so forth. And I also bought some new stock. Biogen, this is like a pharmaceutical company, and I bought 2 shares. And the reason I decided to buy 2 shares of Biogen is that they came out with a drug that should help people with Alzheimer's. And after I bought it, there was a lot of issues with it, and the FDA is deciding if they want to give them approval to sell a drug. So it looks like they're not going to do that, and I lost some money, but I am going to keep the stock because I guess they can keep working on that particular drug, and they have other drugs in the pipeline that might become profitable. And the other company I decided to buy was stock ticker DPSGY, and it's better known as DHL, which is a smaller company, is similar to FedEx and UPS. They're a shipping company and is based out of Europe. The country is Germany. And I decided to buy that stock because the company has been around for a while. And I noticed that I've been buying things off of eBay. And a lot of eBay sellers are using them to do a joint shipment between DHL and United States Postal Service. So what happens is that you're buying something, let's say it's in California, the person on eBay initiates the shipping with DHL. DHL to get it, I guess, across the country, pretty close to where you live, and then they will dump it off to the United States Postal Service, and then they actually do the final delivery. So I decided to jump into that and see what happens. So this is a summary of everything that happened in the last 2 weeks. And let's just jump into the portfolio and just do our comparison. And let's go to positions. And the market is still open, so this number is still jumping around a little bit. But let's compare this to 2 weeks ago. And let's find my last update of my rollover IRA, which was on November 2nd. So comparing where we were 2 weeks ago, and the value is $169,446.72 to where we are now, the difference is over $11,000 profit. So it's about $11,123.65. Again, all of this is passive income. So I just told you guys about the dividends I received in the last 2 weeks. Those dividends came up to $344.83, and the passive income is over $11,000 just in 2 weeks. So I just want to tell you guys, the stock market, it ain't no joke. You can get good days and bad days. In the last 2 weeks, I had extremely good days. And just to recap, today I'm up over 1,300 just today. So the dividends, this green value is all rolled into this big number of over 180,000. All right, that was a lot to cover, but again, I want to educate you guys and just let you guys understand my account, how it works, where's the money coming, and where's the money going. Let me do a quick scroll of my account just so you can see all the stocks I own. And of course, you guys can pause the video and just look at what I have and compare it to what you might want to invest in or what you are invested in. And tell me what you think about my portfolio. And I would love to know what you guys are investing in. So that's everything in my Rollover IRA. Stocksandrentals.com. Peace.